Right back here, 10:32 on this 8th day of November, and we got a great conversation for you. The Audubon Center is definitely a staple of our community, and right now we got Ashley Lockwood, who is an educator for the Audubon Center at Riverlands Nature Artworks is going to be the last of the season coming up. We have Birds of Winter and our sanctuary's new art installation. There's too much you guys are working on.
There is a lot going on throughout, and this is the start of the next couple of months, so everything is just coming all at once.
Oh man, I bet. So take us through some of these, because by the way, what your guys are located, it is beautiful at the winter time, especially when the river starts. I was just telling Mary, the river starts freezing over. It looks great, but you guys also have a lot of activities, a lot of different programs. Take us through it.
You bet. So, the great thing is that we are really well known in the wintertime because we have trumpeter swans and bald eagles. I mean, there's a reason why it's the home of the bald eagles in Alton.
Right.
And so West Alton it's almost just overlooked. I mean, you pass over the bridge, you go right to St. Louis, you almost completely forget there's something there.
Right.
But it will be beautiful coming up. So people have been calling every single day, are the swans back? Are they back? And this past week, they have just started coming, and they'll be in the hundreds, and they'll just completely fill up that river. And so you'll just see fluff. That's it. So it'll be just the Mississippi River and the little bay that we have out at the center. And so taking advantage of all of that, we have our Birds of Winter program. And so that is super exciting. People look forward to it. People are coming from all over the country to come and visit us because we're right at the confluence of these three major rivers. And so, kind of starting off, it'll be November, December, and January. All 3 of those months, we have people coming out during the weekends to see bald eagles. And then we'll even have ambassador animals from Treehouse Wildlife Sanctuary in Dow.
Cool.
So they're going to come out and they bring raptors.
Friends of the show?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They love it there. We're really good friends with them. And then also World Bird Sanctuary. So they bring out eagles for us. And so we try to create these programs where people can come and they can take nature hikes, but they can also take something with them by seeing these birds up close.
Right. And so take us through that. So, because I've never done the Birds of Winter program, but so what I'm thinking is, just what I'm putting in my head right now, which is a dangerous place. But so are these birds going to be free ranging? Or are they in?
Sure. So the way that this works is that, the actual Audubon Center is confined. So, you got this big atrium. It's a 360 view that you can look out at the river. And so what our Birds of Winter programs are, especially in January and February, is that it ranges from 10 a.m. in the morning till 2:30. And then there are scheduled walks that you can go out. And then there's also going to be, they're called bird meet and greets.
Oh, I love it.
So they're super cute, very fun, and so it's set up right there at the atrium, so you have this gorgeous backdrop, and then there's stands set up, and so there's a bird at each of these stands, and you get to meet and greet them, and you get to know their names, their back history, why they're at these rehabilitation centers, and you learn all about the animals up close.
Wow.
But they aren't free flying. That would be something.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Are we walking around here and there's just birds going everywhere? That is incredible. So take us through, that is going to be a great thing. Is that highly attended too?
Oh, goodness, yeah. We have a kickoff, Eagle Ice Fest, and so that is the very first Saturday. Eagle Ice Fest is hosted in collaboration with the Great Rivers Museum, and then we also have Great Rivers and Routes. And so it's kind of a collaboration of all of the Alton organizations coming together, celebrating the fact that we have this gorgeous area on the river. We have all these eagles coming out right now. And so the last couple of years, we've had thousands of people coming out. So it is a very well-attended event.
Get there 2 days early.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
That is incredible. I'm actually speechless. I wasn't expecting you to say thousands.
There are thousands of people, yes.
And what I've kind of gathered too, just from talking to individuals, is that bird watchers are just I guess I hate to say bird watchers, but they are. You go and you watch birds and you have fun. Yeah. But there's a big network of bird watchers in this area, and it's like a family and a community of its own. Is that kind of experience where you guys are at?
Absolutely, and that's what I love with working with Audubon, is that everybody it feels like everybody knows each other.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh, did you see this bird? Or, you know, did you drive out there? And I mean, we have members of our staff that'll drive hours out of their way because they've seen a rare bird sighting. And then everybody talks about it. Everyone gets excited. And so it's a really easy hobby to get into. So bird watchers is fine.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and I didn't know what the proper term was. Or...
we usually say birder.
Oh.
You're a birder.
I like it. That's even better. That's a shirt. Put that one on a shirt.
Oh, we got all kinds of shirts.
Oh, do you?
We put birds on it all the time. Everywhere.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
And another great thing that you guys have coming up is going to be the new art installation. Talk to us about this. This seems cool.
Yeah, so this is actually probably the biggest thing that we have been talking about. We had a local artist coming from St. Louis, and his name is Thomas Sleet. And so he is a person of color, and he is a local artist, and he refers to himself as indigenous to St. Louis. And so it's all part of, you know, you are one with nature. And so this art installation, we actually just revealed it on October 22nd. And it is a series of driftwood that he pulled from the sanctuary. He charred it himself, and then it's on a topography of the layout of Riverlands.
Wow.
So it's really beautiful, and it kind of it frames the center, and it frames the dam. So Lock and Dam 26.
Wow.
But it's beautiful, and then it has mirrors cut out on the top to kind of, it's really cool, and it mimics a mirage that you would see on the water. But the idea of this is that we are creating events that it lights up at night.
Oh
So,
my goodness. This is going to be super
It's gonna
cool
be
to go
great.
see. Another 3,000 to go watch that one, so you better get there early again. Now, is it on display now?
Oh, yes.
Oh, there you
It's
go.
outside. It's on the sanctuary. You can come walk and see it right now.
Oh, there you go. Now I actually will go drive down later and look at it. That sounds really, really cool. You know, you probably might not know this, but how long did that kind of process take, start to finish, to get that here?
I would say at least a year in the making.
I bet. Yeah, every bit of that. I'm thinking that's like a massive project. That's not just me going to put a drawer together, you know, on Saturday.
Nope. I mean, and it celebrates, we're celebrating 10 years at Audubon.
Right.
And so it's kind of in collaboration with that. So,
That's
hey.
perfect. And how long have you been with the center?
I'm coming up on a year.
Oh,
So
wow,
it's-
new.
Oh, yeah, yes, I
So
am.
what's been your favorite part of the journey so far?
You know, it's funny. I started right dead in the middle of Birds of Winter, and I got a soft spot for
Did
it.
ya?
I do. I absolutely love it because, I mean, how often do you get to see a bald eagle 2 feet from your face?
Right, and no kidding, because you know so many times a lot of us never have seen one up close, and then when you see the majestic creature in front of it, it's huge. First of all, I mean they'll take your lunch money and run, but it's really cool. And another thing that I saw, and so you guys don't know this at home, but I was seeing all these events from the Audubon Center and seeing all these great like nature works, which I want to ask you about here in a second. But all these things, and I thought, well, when can we find the time to? I mean, how do we structure this? Do we just do it all at once? Do we, come back and do multiple interviews? But you guys are busy doing so many great things. Talk to us about the Nature Works class, Artworks class, because this is cool. Now, this time I did see this because I've been looking into it. It's wreath making, correct?
It is.
See, I studied. You're welcome.
Always appreciate that.
So tell us about this class. What does it entail? The cost, and who runs it?
Awesome. So it is completely run by Audubon. And, it's part of this greater wellness series that we offer in the spring and in the fall. And we actually started this up during the pandemic. And so this was a way for people to get outside their homes because they needed something to do. And so it just really went off without a hitch. And so it's the Nature Artworks is the art focus. And so we're really trying, the education department is trying to make it part of STEAM. So science, technology, engineering, art, and math.
Right.
And so, you see that with the art installation too. But this wreath making, it's always been such a huge hit.
Has it really?
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. We collect materials from out on the sanctuary. If you want to, bring in, dried flowers that you have at home. If you have, anything that you want to create on your own, we basically provide you all the materials that you need. But if there's something that you really want to incorporate and you just don't want to go out and buy it, this is the class for you.
Oh, that's perfect. I mean, that really is perfect. And how much were tickets? Did I ask you that?
Yes, so they're going to be $20.
20. That's very affordable, actually.
Yes, I think so too.
I mean, that's almost the price of a cheeseburger now.
But this one lasts longer.
That's true. That's true.
This lasts you so much longer, and the great thing is that you get to be creative. You sit outside. We provide drinks, and so we provide beer from Old Bakery.
Oh, oh, come on, that's a win-win in
There
itself.
you go. And so you got to think you're rolling in the price of a beer to that.
No kidding.
Exactly.
So how many people can be in this class at one time? Is there a set number y'all can have?
We usually have it at about 8 to 10 people, so it's nice and cozy, and then we hold it out on our patio right there at the center. So you're outdoors. It's at 5 o'clock. The sun's going down. It's a great setting to be in. And so that is on the 17th.
Wow, that is incredible. And November 17th, right?
That's right.
Just wanted to make sure because I am really looking into this one. I am excited. And how many of these different classes did you do throughout the year this time? Was it about 4 or 5? Or?
So the nature artworks in the spring and then in the fall, we usually have 3 to 4, 4 to 5. Just kind of depending on what we come up with.
Right.
The most popular one that we actually had this fall was insect pinning.
Oh, I bet that was a big hit.
I mean, again, you don't come across that very often. And so it's fun. It's cool. We end up, there's just a lot of naturally dead bugs that come across on the sanctuary. You kind of pick them up and we teach you how to pin them in a biological way.
Wow.
And take it home. And I mean, kids actually really, really love this.
Well, and that's what's so cool about you guys is you have all these events that are so neat and they're unique, but they're also really informative and a great learning process and just a great way to get out and meet some new folks and just have a good time. It is 10:43. Do you have a minute to stick around?
Sure.
We got to pay one more bill. We'll be back with more of our daily show right after this in the heart of the Riverbend.
I started on the police force at age 18. From the ground up, I finally made captain because I was given a chance to work for it. Everyone deserves that same chance. I'm Chris Tharp, and I'm not your usual Democrat. I'm a workers' Democrat. And in the Senate, I'm focused on 2 things: keeping our community safe and creating an economy focused on helping the middle class. Being a union member myself, we will add more trade schools and job training programs so everyone willing to work hard has a chance at a good life.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
You won't find a better health than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Here we go. We're right back here, 10:45, but who's counting? Election day. Only a few more hours until all of those commercials go away. We're almost there, folks. 7:30 tonight. Hang out with me, Rick Fasten, and Dan Herkert as we bring you the coverage. But right now, our conversation with Ashley Lockwood, who's an educator at the Audubon Center, continues. And, before I ask you about all the events that we just talked about, I want to ask you about your role at the Audubon Center as an educator. What does that entail?
Sure. So I was lucky enough to be hired on by Audubon. I've always loved working with the organization. So the great thing about being an educator is that you're a jack of all trades.
Okay, gotcha.
You get to do something different every single day.
Nice.
And so that's been, we have a lot of bus tours that come out with great rivers and routes. And so you lead those throughout the sanctuary, tell them about all the birds. And then we have a bunch of different programs, mostly from North County high schools, and we'll bus them out for free. And then we do all these great programs, water conservation and whatnot. And then we have tabling events. And so, I mean, it's something different every single day. So I absolutely, love what I do.
That is really, really cool. And I mean, especially when you get to do something new every day and you're around people that you like and in an industry that you love. And I mean, and talk to us. I mean, so many times I think we take for granted how beautiful our landscape is. And, that's why when we have T&I on and all the groups that, kind of incorporate that conservationalist, approach, trying to, rehab different prairie lands, and we talk about controlled burns with NGREC and all these really cool things. With you, what is it about, conservationalism with the Audubon Center? How has that kind of affected your, kind of role, your passion? Has it fueled it more? Is there something that you'd like to get out there that maybe not a lot of people know about our prairie or about our land?
Absolutely. So I think that there's all these great organizations doing fantastic things. I think the role that we really bring to this area is we want to get people outside.
Right.
We have all this science happening, but nothing's going to happen unless people love where they live.
Right.
And so we want to get people excited about being able to get on the water again and go and take a walk with your family. And so that's something that we've had such a heavy focus on. We've been transforming into what we call a conservation action center. So getting together what the Army Corps of Engineers is doing, because it's their land, it's public land. And then we bring that education and outreach aspect.
Wow.
There's all these great, nonprofits, but how do we make one message?
Right, and it seems like you guys have really found a niche for that symbiotic relationship between so many, because I mean, there's a plethora of organizations around here, and I can only imagine it gets a little, crazy or dysfunctional sometimes, because you got to get everyone, together and organized. And now, does that take into your job a little bit?
Oh yeah. I mean,
that makes sense now.
All throughout the entire year, you're working with all these different people.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't imagine, because I'm like, you're coming out doing the shows, and then you're going coming on the show, and you're going here, and then you're going there, and it's like, did you do that too? Might as well throw it on there. But I really think it's great. We have a couple of minutes left, so take us through the events coming up this winter one last time. If you could give us an overview, what can we look for? The dates of some of these, and we'll just we'll wrap it up after that, because that is, I mean, you guys are really just one of my favorites, because you have so many neat things. It all fits your guys' industry, and it makes it even more fun. It's like, why are we gonna have like a tea party at a bar? It's not that same analogy, but there's so many businesses, I think, that have these events, and it's like, well, could you have found something that was kind of specific to you guys, and then it made more fun? You guys do that, and you do a great job. Take us through it.
Absolutely. So, well, first off, I need to say that you can find absolutely all these events on our Facebook page. So we link everything, Audubon Center at Riverlands. You can just put that right into Facebook. We have our website. Everything is right there. So you can register super easy. So November 17th is the last nature artworks of the season. Our wellness series does also include kayaking and bikes, birds, and brews, again, with Old Bakery beer. So that'll kick off in the spring. So starting in December, we will also be launching our birds for our scavenger hunt that we have going on. So that'll be St. Louis wide. And then our illumination. So you're walking through that beautiful art projection, and you get to meet all the birds and trumpeter swans in January and February. So those will be every weekend.
That is just fantastic. And Ashley, I really appreciate your time. Is there anything I'm forgetting that you'd like to get out about the Audubon Center today?
I think we got everything covered.
There we go. And make sure you guys check out all the events, and because yours truly does manage the event calendar here, so a lot of these are on the RiverBender one too, because I just want to make sure more and more people know about how great you guys are, and just all the cool events you do. Ashley Lockwood, the educator at the Audubon Center. It's 10:50 on the dot. We'll come back and wrap up this Tuesday in the RiverBend right after this break.